Good morning, students. So, welcome to the sixth lecture of your Physics Chapter 2, Electrostatic Potential and Capacitance. As discussed in the last class, today's topic will be equipotential surfaces. So, what is the meaning of equipotential surfaces? Equi means equal and potential, what you are learning, the physical quantity. So, equipotential surface, the surface in which the potential is same all across the surface is called equipotential surface. If you go to the definition, an equipotential surface is a surface with a constant value of potential at all points on the surface. So कैसा भी आप एक सरफेस ऐसा डिफाइंड सरफेस जहाँ पे पोटेंशियल हर एक पॉइंट में उस सरफेस के सेम रहे, सो दैट इज कॉल्ड इक्विपोटेंशियल सरफेस. नाउ एज वी नो द पोटेंशियल ड्यू टू अ पॉइंट चार्ज इज गिवन बाय V इज इक्वल टू 1/4 पाई एप्सिलॉन नॉट Q upon R. So this is the for a single charge Q, the potential is V is equal to, now what we can see here is V is proportional to 1 upon R. Here, from here we can see V is proportional to 1 upon R. That means if we keep R constant, the potential will also become constant. So suppose this is a point charge. Now if I'll put it, this is a point charge. If I go to a distance R from this point, so at all the it's 3D here, so everywhere at a distance R, its potential will be same in all the directions. At a distance R, its potential will remain same. So what we can say, it is spherically symmetric. The potential here is spherically symmetric. इसका मतलब क्या है? यानी अगर हम एक स्फीयर लेते हैं ऑफ रेडियस R, एक स्फीयर, यहाँ पे तो हम स्फीयर बना नहीं सकते, स्फीयर इज अ 3 डायमेंशनल ऑब्जेक्ट, व्हाट वी कैन जस्ट एज्यूम कर सकते हैं, यहाँ पे मैं बना सकता हूँ एक सर्कल. सो इफ दिस इज अ स्फीयर एट ए डिस्टेंस R, तो एट एवरी पॉइंट इट्स पोटेंशियल विल रिमेन सेम. इसका बिकॉज R चेंज नहीं हो रहा है इस सब जगह पे, हाँ इस, तो एट एवरी पॉइंट इट्स पोटेंशियल विल रिमेन सेम. सिमिलरली एक और, इसको मैं बोल देता हूँ V1, तो सब जगह ये V1 ही रहेगा. अगर एक और कंसेंट्रिक सर्कल, कॉन्सेंट्रिक होना चाहिए सर्कल मैं ड्रॉ करूँगा, तो इसका पोटेंशियल तो डिफरेंट रहेगा, V1 से डिफरेंट रहेगा, लेकिन एट दिस स्फेरिकल सरफेस हर एक जगह ये V2 ही होगा. हाँ, इसका पोटेंशियल V2 ही होगा, हर एक जगह पे ये V2 होगा. सिमिलरली वी कैन हैव इनफाइनाइट नंबर ऑफ कॉन्सेंट्रिक सर्कल्स. सो दीज, अगर मैं इसको V3 बोलता हूँ तो हर जगह इसका पोटेंशियल V3 ही रहेगा. So that means these are equipotential surfaces. All these 3 concentric circle around the point charge, these are equipotential surface. So what I have written in the notes is, since V is constant if R is constant, V will be constant if R is constant. So the equipotential surface of a single point charge are concentric spherical surfaces centered at the charge, है ना, at the center. I'll make it more clearer, है ना, अगर इस फॉर्मूला को तो हम जानते ही हैं. So if there is a point charge here, so equipotential surfaces will be the concentric spheres centered at the point charge. This means a concentric स्फीयर्स होंगे ये एक पॉइंट चार्ज के इक्विपोटेंशियल सरफेस होंगे। दीज आर ऑल इक्विपोटेंशियल सरफेसेस, है ना। इसका पोटेंशियल अलग अलग है, लेकिन इस स्फीयर में पोटेंशियल सेम है। इस स्फीयर में पोटेंशियल सेम है। सिमिलरली इस स्फीयर में भी पोटेंशियल हर एक पॉइंट में सेम रहेगा। इस स्फीयर का भी देखेंगे तो हर एक पॉइंट में इसका पोटेंशियल सेम रहेगा। सो दिस इज द फॉर अ सिंगल पॉइंट चार्ज द इक्विपोटेंशियल सरफेस इज द स्फेरिकल concentric spherical surfaces are called इसके लिए इस for this case this is a now consider a case where there is a uniform electric field. There is a uniform electric field and let us say it is from left to right. The direction of the electric field is left to right, is a uniform electric field. So what will be the equipotential surface here? So suppose this is along the x-axis, this is along the x-axis, the uniform electric field is along the x-axis. So what will be the equipotential surface? Equipotential surface will be a plane, on yz. It's a plane on the yz axis, yz plane, but it is perpendicular to x-axis. It is perpendicular to x-axis. So this plane, at every point the electric field is perpendicular to this plane. So this is an equipotential surface. In this plane हर एक पॉइंट में पोटेंशियल सेम रहेगा। ऐसे एक और भी प्लेन बना देंगे। So here also it will be equipotential surface. This plane will be equipotential surface. That plane is in yz direction, yz axis में है। अगर मैं उसका एक्सिस बना के आपको एक्सप्लेन करूँ तो you will be in a better position to understand this equipotential surface in a uniform electric field. Suppose this is x-axis, this is y-axis, and this is z-axis. So as I told you, this uniform electric field is in the direction x-axis. So this yz plane, which is perpendicular to x-axis, is an equipotential surface. So I hope I have made this clear. Also you can see in the diagram when you get the notes. So this is an equipotential surface. This is, though these if the distance changes, the potential will change, but in this plane at every point the potential will remain same. Also in this plane at every point the potential will remain same. So this is equipotential surface. Similarly, I can draw equipotential surface for say two similar charges or two opposite charges. For example, for a case of dipole, if there is a dipole, suppose there is a dipole here, there is a say minus q charge and here plus q charge. So what will be the equipotential surface? Again, we can consider this as a single point charge. So the concentric spheres will be the equipotential surface for this point. Similarly here also this is equipotential surface for. So for a dipole, the equipotential surface will look like this. For say similar charges, suppose if it is a similar charge, so it will be somewhat similar, but then at some point it will merge and become a single and it will become so it will look like somewhat like this. So this is, if there are like charges, the equipotential surface will look like this. Now we'll go into some important properties of equipotential surface. I will take the notes in my hand and then I'll go point wise. So first point is, because the potential in an equipotential surface, the potential is constant. That means the work done in moving a charge in equipotential surface will become zero, because there's no work being done. So no work is done in moving a test charge from one point of equipotential surface to the other. This is the first point. No work is done in moving a test charge from one point of equipotential surface to the other. सपोज वी से कि चलो इसमें काम लग, इसमें वर्क डन हो रहा है ना. अगर एक इक्विपोटेंशियल सरफेस है, सपोज दिस इज एन इक्विपोटेंशियल सरफेस. आई विल ड्रॉ अ रैंडम फिगर इक्विपोटेंशियल सरफेस and there is a this charge q is here and we want to move it to this point, है ना, from A to B. Suppose potential at point A is VA and potential at point B is VB. So the work done in moving this charge from this point A to point B, which is the potential difference delta V, will be W upon Q. So we can say or we can write it, delta V is VA minus VB is equal to work done in moving the charge from A to B. Now you know in equipotential surface the potential will remain same. So VA is equal to VB. VA is equal to VB. So VA minus VA is equal to work done in moving a charge from one point to the other. This becomes 0. So the work done has become, so work done in moving a test charge from one point to the other in equipotential surface is 0. So second point is, for any charge configuration, equipotential surface through a point is normal to the electric field at that point. That means for any charge configuration, कैसा भी charge configuration हो, equipotential surface जो है वो एक point के through जो equipotential surface है, it will be always normal, means perpendicular to the electric field at that point. उस जगह पे जो electric field है उससे वो perpendicular ही रहेगा, है ना. Just for example, I will take a small proof here. Just like I have shown in this XYZ plane, let me give some perspective on that. So if suppose if dl is the small distance over the equipotential surface through which unit positive charge is carried. So dl is a very small distance in the equipotential surface through which a small charge, a small test charge is moved. Okay. So therefore dl is the small distance. So dw will be equal to the electric field there is E dot dl. So this small work done is the dot product of electric field and the distance. Okay. Now this is equal to E magnitude of E dl and the angle between it, E dl cos theta. Okay. Now since we know that this work done is 0 in equipotential surface, moving a charge a point charge in the equipotential surface, the work done is 0. So either this electric field should be 0, or the length should be 0, और cos theta should be 0. अब इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड तो हमने लगाया हुआ तो वो तो 0 है ही नहीं, और dl मूवमेंट डिस्टेंस मूव कर रहे हैं वो भी 0 नहीं है. So what can be 0? Then only possibility is that cos theta is equal to 0. And theta cos theta 0 कब होता है? When theta is equal to 90 degree. That means it is perpendicular to the equipotential surface is perpendicular to the electric field at that point. So this is the proof, and which you will get the details in the notes. So since the work done is 0, electric field cannot be 0 because there is we have kept it in electric field. जो small distance हमने move किया है, this is also not equal to 0. सिर्फ क्या 0 हो सकता है? cos theta 0 हो सकता है. cos theta 0 कब होगा? जब theta is equal to 90 degree. Hence it is electric field is perpendicular to the equipotential surface. Okay. Now third point is, no two equipotential surface can intersect each other. यानी इसका मतलब है कि कोई दो इक्विपोटेंशियल सरफेस हैं वो एक दूसरे को इंटरसेक्ट नहीं कर सकते हैं. सपोज ये एक इक्विपोटेंशियल सरफेस है, ये है पोटेंशियल VA, और ये एक इक्विपोटेंशियल सरफेस है, ये है VB में. नाउ दे आर नॉट इंटरसेक्टिंग, दे आर एट ए डिफरेंट पोटेंशियल. हर एक पॉइंट पे पोटेंशियल इसका VA है, हर एक पॉइंट में इसका पोटेंशियल VA है, हर एक पॉइंट में इसका पोटेंशियल VB है. सपोज हम बोलते हैं कि ये इंटरसेक्ट करते हैं, सो वी कैन ड्रॉ अनदर फिगर हियर, है ना. ये इंटरसेक्ट करते हैं, सपोज दे आर इंटरसेक्टिंग ईच अदर. सो VA VB ना, हर एक पॉइंट में इसका पोटेंशियल VA है, एंड VA इज नॉट इक्वल टू VB. We say that VA is not equal to VB, but consider this point जहाँ पे इंटरसेक्ट कर रहे हैं. अब ये बताइए ये VA के बराबर है कि VB के बराबर है? Hard to say. हाँ, it can be. ये this point is lying in this VA circle sphere also and VB sphere also. That means this is a point of confusion. यहाँ तो ये VA भी है और VB भी है, जबकि हमने बोला VA is not equal to VB. So this case is not possible. So we can prove that two equipotential surfaces cannot intersect each other. Okay. So this was these were the three important points regarding equipotential surface. So we will go to the next topic in a short. Okay students, so let's go to the next topic. The next topic is the relation between the electric field and electric potential. What is the relation between electric field and electric potential? So let us consider two equipotential surfaces. Suppose this A and B are two equipotential surfaces. So potential of A is V and potential of B is V plus delta V, where delta V is the change in potential in the direction of electric field. So there are two equipotential surfaces, A and B. Here potential at A is V and potential of the surface B is V plus delta V. Now what we need to see, we consider a point P in the surface B, from where the point charge Q has to be moved in a perpendicular direction to the equipotential surface, and it will come to the point where at a point in the surface A. The direction of electric field is upwards. As you can see, the direction of electric field is upwards. So the P is a point on the surface B, and the distance between these two equipotential surface, perpendicular distance between these two equipotential surface is delta L. And there is a special sign delta. We'll learn what actually this means. So delta L is the distance between the two equipotential surface. So what we can now say is this, the amount of work done in moving a unit positive charge from point P in surface B to the perpendicular point at surface point P in surface B to a corresponding point in surface A, the work done will be a small work done. See, this is the point charge, so small work done will be delta W will be equal to, see, work done is force multiplied by force dot distance. Force here is electric field. So what we can say here is the modulus of electric field, the value of electric field into distance. What is the distance here? And again, since it is a perpendicular distance, so here if I write delta L, and if I take a dot product also, so cos 90, and that becomes 1, cos 0 it becomes cos 90 becomes 1. So the small work done here is delta W is E dl. So this is the small work done. Now this work done is stored in the system in the form of potential difference between these 2 points. This work equals the potential difference between the two surfaces. So this delta W will be the potential difference V minus V plus delta V. So VA minus VB is the work done. So equal to, I'll say this delta W is equal to VA minus VB, final potential minus initial potential. So what I can write here is E delta L is equal to, the potential of A is V minus potential of B is V plus del V. That means E del L is equal to V minus del V. So V cut. So E is minus of del V upon del L, and this is the relation between the electric field and electric potential. So electric field is the negative of del V upon del L. The change in potential per unit length is the electric field. Now consider this, it is negative, this negative of del V upon del L means in the direction of electric field the potential will decrease. If we go on the direction of electric field, the potential will decrease. Is the rate of change of the rate of decrease of potential is the electric field. Okay, so there are certain few conclusions. First of all, what is the difference between this delta and this delta? So the difference here is, here what we are taking, we have considered all the directions of the axis, x, y and z directions, because the equipotential surface can make any angle with respect to all the three axes. So if it is making an angle, certain angle theta with respect to x axis, what we'll do is we will it can have all the components. This electric field equipotential surface will have components at x direction, y direction and z direction. In that case, what we can do is we can have a partial differentiation, and we will see how it is done. I'll also give you the formula of how, if we want to calculate the component in the x direction, how we'll do. If we want to calculate the component in y direction, what needs to be done, and if you want to calculate z the component in z direction, that can be also done. So first of all, let's see some important conclusions. What are the important conclusions? So the first important conclusion is electric field is in the direction in which the potential decreases steepest. जैसा कि मैंने अभी बताया, electric field is in the direction in which the potential difference potential decreases the steepest. जिसमें एकदम steep fall होगा उस direction में ही electric field होगा, है ना. तो electric field is in the direction in which where the potential, see that sign here is negative, so see here electric field is in this direction, so the potential will decrease in this direction. If we go opposite, the potential will increase. So this is the first conclusion of this relation. And the second is, negative sign shows that the direction of electric field is the direction of decreasing potential. So the negative sign shows that the direction of electric field is the direction of decreasing potential. Third conclusion is, the magnitude of electric field is given by the charge in the magnitude of potential per unit displacement normal to the equipotential surface at the point. This is called potential gradient. See, this delta V upon delta L is the rate of change of potential with respect to the displacement. So that is why it is called potential gradient. So the magnitude of electric field, this magnitude is given by the change in magnitude of potential, change in the magnitude of potential per unit change in the magnitude of displacement. So per unit change in the change of displacement, and which is normal to the equipotential surface. Normal यानी उसके perpendicular direction में होना चाहिए. So this is also called, here I will say, negative of potential gradient. So this is the negative of potential gradient. Now, though it's not given in NCERT book, but the problems are given with respect to that. So if this equipotential surface is making a certain angle with respect to the electric field, suppose it is making certain angle, and we don't know its component in x direction, y direction and z direction, and we want to know the electric field and the component of electric field in the x direction, component of electric field in the y direction, and component of electric field in the z direction with respect to equipotential surface. What we will do is, we will do a partial differentiation of this. So how, suppose we want to know the electric field in the x direction, what we will do is minus of del v upon del x. अभी कैसे करेंगे हम, y और z के जो y और z को हम कांस्टेंट ले लेंगे और जब उसका डिफरेंशिएट करेंगे तो उसको 0 आएगा. सो दिस इज द कंपोनेंट इन x डायरेक्शन. Similarly, component in y direction will be minus del v upon del y. Similarly, component in z direction will be minus del v upon del z, है ना. तो जब हमको ये कंपोनेंट निकालना है तो इन दोनों को कांस्टेंट ले लेना है. हमको जब y कंपोनेंट निकालना है तो x और z को कांस्टेंट ले लेना है, और हमको जब z कंपोनेंट निकालना है तो x और y को कांस्टेंट ले लेना है. विल certainly do in future certain numericals in which you can easily understand what actually the meaning of this partial differentiation is. So now it's time for some problems. Okay, the first question is, there's a uniform electric field of 10 Newton per Coulomb which exists in a vertically downward direction. So electric field का direction क्या है? Downward है. Electric field का direction है it's downward, and the value here is E is 10 Newton per Coulomb. So what they are asking us to calculate is, find the increase in potential if one goes up through a height of suppose this is a point A and if we go to point B, of this height, this AB is 50 centimeter. So what we can say here is this AB is the delta displacement, which is 50 centimeter. So what we can say here is delta L is equal to 50 centimeter is equal to 50 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter. Now since we know this is minus delta V upon delta L in the direction of the electric field. This is the direction of the electric field and we are moving up. So what we'll do is this delta V will be again, we have to, because we are not going in the direction of electric field, we are going opposite direction of electric field. So what we can write here is 10 is equal to minus delta V we need to calculate, but it will be opposite of the direction of electric field, and delta L is 50 into 10 to the power minus 2. So this minus and this minus will cancel out and this becomes the delta V which we need to calculate is 50 into 10 to the power minus 2 into 10 is equal to 500 upon 100, that means 5 volts. The answer is 5 volts. So this is the potential increase from point A to point B. If we go from point A to point B, the potential will increase. It will increase because in the direction of electric field the potential decreases. We are going on the opposite side. We are going against the electric field. The potential will increase through 5 volts. And this is the solution of this problem. Let's go to the other problem. So the next problem is the electric potential at any point x, y, z in space is given by this formula V is equal to 4x square. So calculate the electric intensity at the point 1 meter, 0, 2 meter. That means x is from origin the x distance is 1 meter, y distance is 0 and z distance is 2 meter. See here what is given is V is equal to 4x square and x is equal to 1 meter, y is equal to 0 meter and z is equal to 2 meter. We have to calculate E, intensity. Intensity means the modulus of E. So since E is equal to minus del V upon del x, what we need to do is we need to differentiate this with respect to x. So differentiation of this with respect to x, see differentiation of the power dxn upon dx is equal to n minus 1 x n minus 1. This is the formula of differentiation of dx raised to power n. So v 4x square, if you want to differentiate, so del v upon del x is equal to 4 x square 2 minus 1 2 and x to the power 2 minus 1, it becomes this. So this is 8x. Del v upon del x is 8x. So what is the value of E here? 8x. We have to put the value of x here. X is minus 8 into 1. So the intensity here is minus 8 Newton per Coulomb. This is the electric field intensity at that point. At this point it is minus 8 Newton per this is yes, minus 8 Newton per Coulomb. So that's it for today. In the next class, we'll discuss about the potential energy of the system of charges. Thank you.